Welcome to online classes, Sindh College Education Department. I am Syed Wajid Ali Shah from Government Degree College Tul, District Jacobabad. Dear students, I once again I have brought my ninth lecture on the topic of figures of speech, especially used in selection from English was for first year and intermediate. So, dear student, first of all, so, my dear students and viewers, our today's topic is figures of speech, which is mainly used in both genres of English literature, especially in intermediate English recommended books of verse and prose. So, it is common that figures of speech is a form of expression from ordinary to greater effect. So, various figures of speech are based on figures of contrast, figures of resemblance, figures of association, figures of construction, and common figures of speech containing on more than 20 figures of speech. Some of them are given here. Simile, metaphor, personification, apostrophe, hyperbole, euphemism, antithesis, oxymoron, epigram, irony, pun, metonymy, synecdoche, litote, transferred epithet, interrogation, exclamation, climax, anticlimax, and others. We should define on our today's topic figures of speech. So, figures of speech enhance the author's creation. It brings beauty, emphasis, and clarifies the author's work. And with the help of figures of speech, the author makes less important to overemphasize and brings color and light in his composition. Figures of speech allows allow to assess, interpret, and critically analyze the writer's attempt and the purpose. At least we should say that figures of speech is used in one's composition, one's work, to show the effect and to make more effective work. So today we'll talk on this topic, but such kind of figures of speech which are mainly used in our intermediate selection from English was. So the first of all, there's the usage of simile in our selection from English was. So simile, and this one is the first and densely using figure of speech in our prose and verse books. So simile is a figure of speech, but correlated with resemblance. It is called the figure of resemblance, and it shows the comparison between two different objects and made with like and as. It means there's the usage of like and as, and it is called simile. And in our selection from English verse book, so I have selected only two examples. Number first example is I'm like your lordship as ever may be. So there are the examples of simile, like and as, and this example is given from Abbot of Canterbury. Written by Anonymous. So, with the help of usage of like and as, we must consider that this one is an example of simile. Number second example of simile is who sees with equal eyes as God of all. So, this line is taken from lines from Essay on Men written by Alexander Pope in classical period. So there's a usage of as, and with the help of as, with the help of usage of as, and it must be the example of simile. So at least I have selected two examples for each figure of speech. Number first from Abbot of Canterbury, and number second from lines from Essay on Men. Now we are going to another figure of speech, and it is so called metaphor. We can call it implied simile, no doubt, implied simile. So there's an example of metaphor. So now we are going to the definition of metaphor. That what's metaphor? So metaphor, it is an implied simile and based on resemblance. No doubt here, it is also figure of speech of resemblance and shows the comparison between two different things like simile, but there's another difference that but with the omission of like and as. No doubt there is the comparison between two objects, but without like and as, usage of like and as. So the example of metaphor is, and all the men and women merely play, and all the men and women merely play. So there's a comparison of players and men and women. This line is taken from Seven Ages of Man by Shakespeare. Number second, example of metaphor. The earth is sovereign. Earth is sovereign. So this one is an example of metaphor. And where's the comparison between two things? Earth and sovereign. This one is the comparison. Okay. So this line is taken from Men of Life Upright. A poem from selection from English work. And now we are going to personification. Is another kind of parts of speech. When we define it, that personification is also based on resemblance, and this inanimate object and abstract speaks as living one, as animate, as a man. And this human traits are given to non-human and inanimate, and it is called personification. And there are two examples of personification. How deepest wounds are given by the press. Wounds are given by whom? By the press. Well, press is abstract. Okay? So it must be the example of personification. And this line is taken from Character of Happy Life, a poem by Henry Wotton. And number second example of personification. Whose secret laughter tittered round the place. So there's a usage of personification. Secret laughter tittered round the place. So the laughter is shown as animate. Therefore, it must be the example of personification.